So, Assalamu alaikum everyone. I welcome you all once again to the Society of Free Educators. Today is another podcast session. This is the third one, and it's 18.1 session of Communication Skills Learning and Development class. So, let's have a quick recap of what we have learned earlier. In the 18th session, we have learned the difference between last, in the last, and for the last. Last is something which has no connection to an action which has no connection to the present now or the present moment, whereas in the last is used for those actions which have connections with the present now, but they are they are used to represent those actions which are held on, which are done only once, twice, or thrice, or maybe specific number of times in the past. Whereas for the last is used to describe those actions which are done continuously in the last period of time, which has connection with the present now. Apart from that, there was only one exception, that was the last night. So last night was the only phrase that has last but also has a connection with the present now. And then we understood unless versus as long as. Both are used for if. Both are conditionals and can be used in place of if, as long as is an affirmative if, whereas in unless is a negative if. If you translate unless, it will be if not, and if you translate as long as, it will be if. And then we had word root analysis, where we have understood the root word co and col or com, and then contra or contro or contra, and then we have con. So in all these four words, only contra or contro describes something which is opposite or which is not in accordance or acceptance with the actions. Whereas co, call, com, and con are those words which describes jointly or agreement. Okay, and then we understood the interchanging of tenses, and we are done with the tenses part of grammar. And in the last, we started conditional sentences, and we understood that there are three types of conditions, which are real, impossible, and hypothetical conditions. And these conditional sentences have words like if, even if, as well as long as, where, or if else. These kind of sentences are called conditional sentences, which show some sort of condition. And every conditional sentence has two parts. One is the conditional clause, and another is the main clause. The main clause is the result of condition, whereas conditional clause contains the condition which is necessary for the result to be fulfilled. So coming to the session today, which is the podcast session, there are three rules you have to follow. The first one is only one mic at a time. The second one is raise your hand before you raise your voice. So all of you, those who want to participate, must raise their hand before turning on their mic and saying something. And the third one is everyone shall participate. So I have two sections of this podcast session today. The first one is a more of a group discussion task where we all shall participate and we all shall say something. And the second is guess the thing part. Guess the thing part, I have compiled a tools or yes, a tools vocabulary. Okay, like we had kitchen vocabulary the last in the last podcast. Today we'll have tools vocabulary. So let's continue with it. So the first part is you have to say your name and you have to tell 5 lines about your profession. So who will start this? Or shall I start it? See, these 5 lines must be about your profession. These 5 lines must not be about yourself. These must be about your profession. So who will start it? Okay, I'll start it first. So the first one is my name is Ahmed Sarfraz Khan, and 5 lines about my profession is my profession is engineer. I have the discipline of electrical and renewable energy resources engineering, and I have 6 years of experience of engineering, where I have to deal with the aspects of generating electricity by using non-conventional resources of energy. So my profession is more of a energy generating profession from the non-conventional resources which we do not use normally. I have to use everything except water, And the last line about my profession is it's a very new profession to the present world. It's a lot of people are not aware of it, and it's a very new profession in India as well. So I was in the first ever batch of 44 students in India who have this profession. So who will start now? Raise your hand. अरे कौन बोलेगा? एक बंदा बोलो. कोई एक हाथ खड़ा करो. Otherwise I'll have to say names randomly. सोमी आप बोलोगे? See, raise your hand who want to say something about your profession. Any 5 lines about your profession. Or Mariam or Rakshanda or Samina. Anyone can say. Faisal. I guess Faisal is here today. Yes, Faisal is here. Faisal is the hero of this class because he always here.
Hello, hello.
Hi Faisal. How are you?
Actually, I'm fine. Actually, I have joined a little bit,
Later.
little late. So, will you please, no, no. Actually, I have joined a little late in this session.
Okay. So the Faisal, the question
So,
is you
will
have to say
you
your
please
name and you
describe
have
me
to say
about
5 lines about your
this?
profession.
What is this all about? You have
Okay. This
instead of
this section is about 5 lines about your
okay.
profession. So you have to explain your profession in 5 lines to all the audience. But you have to add your name as
It's
well.
a part.
Any 5 lines, any type of 5 lines about your
Okay.
profession. These must not be about
Oh,
yourself.
okay, okay, okay.
These must be about your profession.
Okay, okay. Good evening, all. It's Faisal Khan. I have completed my engineering in 2011 and start working from from this year only. In 2011, I have joined the company which technologies, YMAX, P2P links, and other biotechnology. Later, I have got an opportunity and Tata Communication on payrolls of lower staffing solutions. Here I'm working with the MPLS technologies. What is the MPLS technology? Is about the routers and the switches. In general terms, you can say the work, the data you are working with today. Just take an example. As we are having this session, so this total traffic in the data, how it is routing to our different destinations. Suppose Kashmir and we are connected to the other different locations. So this is the technology from Jammu and Kashmir, how we are connecting to the different locations. That is the router and the switches. The MPLS is the simplest technology do us to all. And after that, I have joined I have joined on Tata Communication Transformation Services as a customer services executive, and providing the customers queries and solving their technicals and the network issues related to their VPN and ILL connections. That is all about. I think it's more than a 5 lines. I spoke
Yes,
about that.
absolutely. These are more than 5 lines, and I'm very happy to see that you are able to speak this much for this much amount of time. Normally, I am unable to speak for more than 2 minutes. I'm very serious about it. I'm a shy person, and I am unable to speak more than 2 minutes in front of anyone. So that is why I said Fazal is the hero of this session because he always speaks. So he's the one who is doing the most of the minute in these session. So, is there anyone who wants to play this game? Who wants to say his name and 5 lines about their profession? Okay, Mariam, please start. We are all listening. But make sure you use
My,
only 2 minutes, not more than 2 minutes. Okay.
my name is Mariam. I study in 10th grade. I study in Christ School. I am part of the school management, that is, I'm the school coordinator. And now my goal is to become a distinct student in the board exam.
Very good, Mariam. I'm very happy to see that you came here with 5 lines about your profession. So, is there anyone else who wants to participate in this task? See, anyone who has not participated in the last session, he or she can participate. Uh, Somi or Urus or Irfana, anyone of among you. Urus, can you say 5 lines about your profession? I don't think that anyone else want to say something. So let's begin with the second section of this communication skills development and learning podcast. So we are having uh, this tools vocabulary. Okay, there's someone who wants to say something. Just give me 1 second. Yes, there is someone in the chat. I'm sorry, sir. Okay, no issues, no issues. Somi, she is facing some network issues, so she's not participate. She has not participated in the previous task. That's all right. So tools vocabulary. I'll show you the tools and you have to say the name. Okay. But before you say the name, you have to raise your hand. So coming to the first tool, what are these? These are two different tools. What are these? Okay, Afnan, please let us know what are these. You are the first one to raise your hand.
These are nut and bolt.
Which one is the nut? This one is the nut or this one is the bolt?
This one is the nut, I think. Uh, the bigger one is the looks like nail, but it's a bolt.
Okay, it's a bolt. Very good. You are absolutely right. These are nuts and bolts. The second one, what is this? Who will answer? Raise your hand. Okay, Mariam, please. You are the first one to raise your hand.
It's a nail.
It's a nail. Very good. It's a nail. It's a nail. Very good. And which one is the is this one? What is this?
Yeah. Screwdriver.
Okay, Mariam, once again. Which one is this?
Screwdriver?
No, it's not a screwdriver.
No.
Who else? It's not a screwdriver. There are two participants. Okay. Who else has raised their hand? Okay, I'll let you know what is this. No, I'm sorry. It's a screwdriver. It's a screwdriver. I have not seen it. You were right. You were actually right. I was looking at a different way. I was not looking at the screen. So which one is this one? Anyone who is from civil engineering or anyone who has good knowledge of tools? Mariam, once again. Okay, please let me
Welder?
know. Which one?
Welder?
No, it's not a welder. It's a brad doll. Okay, so brad doll is used either to punch things or to punch in the thread. Okay, so this is the one that we use, and some people use it to punch in nails as well. Nails to the place where hammer cannot reach. This is brad doll. Sorry. And which one is this one? I hope everyone knows it. Who will say? उर्दू में इसको आरी बोलते हैं. इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं? अफनान?
It's a handsaw.
It's a handsaw. Very good. It's a handsaw. What are these? Fiza, Irfana, Faisal, anyone? Fiza, you want to say what are these?
These are screws.
These are screws. So what's the difference between a screw and a nail?
The basic difference is that nail is smooth and the screws have threads on them.
Yes, that's absolutely right. This is the only difference. Rest is all based on the use of these things, but the basic difference and the foremost difference is screws have threads, whereas nails do not have threads. ये जो हिस्सा होता है ना सर्कुलर, इसको थ्रेड्स कहते हैं इंग्लिश में. एंड व्हाट आर दीज? Who will say? Mariam.
On the right hand side is a spanner.
And on the left hand side? See, I somehow heard what you were trying to say. Both of these are called wrench. Spanner is a very common word, and it's a very different thing. It's not this. Both of these are called wrench. Okay. And what is this? This is also a kind of saw. But which one? Mariam. अरे हाथ उठाया था अभी आपने. कौन बताएगा? अफनान.
It looks like back saw.
Yes, it's a back saw. So what is the difference between a back saw and a hand saw?
The hand saw can move in both directions, but the back saw is it usually works when you pull it.
Yeah, when we pull it backwards towards ourselves. Very good. Uh, what is this? हैमर नहीं बोलना इसको. मरियम. यार कोई और आंसर नहीं दे रहा, सिर्फ मरियम एंड अफनान. व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स? फैसल, फिजा, इरफाना, and I think there are, who else is there today? Urus is also there. Somi has issues with internet. Rakshanda is also there. So what is this? Tell me. Afnan.
It's a mallet.
It's a mallet. Very good. It's a mallet. And what is this? ये तो सबको पता होना चाहिए. ये क्या है?
It's a
Mariam.
hammer.
It's a hammer. So what is the difference between a mallet and a hammer? ये किसको मालूम है दोनों का difference? Afnan, you know it?
Actually, the basic difference is hammer is basically used to put nails on anything, put nails in anything. But
Uh-huh.
the mallet is used basically for wooden joints where no nail is used basically.
Yes, where we don't have to use nails and we have to adjust things, or we have to uh, bolt things in one inside another. We use mallet, and we use hammer where we have to punch in the nails. There are a lot of mallets available outside. There are some mallets which are used for by cricketers to sharp the stroke of their bats as well. And mallet is also used somewhere which we are very familiar with. कौन बताएगा सबसे ज़्यादा mallet कहाँ use होता है? अफनान.
The mallet usually used in the woodworking basically
सबसे ज़्यादा कहाँ
because
use होता है?
the wood
हमने कहाँ
shop.
देखा है? या हम लोग कहाँ देखते हैं? टीवी पे कहाँ देखते हैं हम लोग?
Mallet, um,
जज साहब को
normal
देखा
person अगर
ऑर्डर
mallet
ऑर्डर
use,
करते हुए.
yeah, in the court.
That is mallet. जो जज साहब करते हैं ना जिससे ऑर्डर ऑर्डर, that is that is mallet. Okay. So what is this? This is also a type of wrench, but which wrench? Okay, I'll let you know. This is adjustable wrench. And what is this? This is also a type of wrench. But which wrench is this? Afnan?
It's a pipe wrench.
It's a pipe wrench. So what is the difference between a simple wrench, adjustable wrench, and a pipe wrench?
The pipe wrench is used for in plumbing purposes. Actually, the pipes
Yes,
they need to be tightened actually, so it will hold the pipe at one
very
place
firm.
and
It will hold the pipe very firm. And what about adjustable wrench and a simple wrench?
Basic wrench have a particular diameter but and
Yes,
adjustable can be
very
used
good.
in various
For
spaces.
various diameters, very good. So होता क्या है, जो simple wrench होता है उसका जो diameter है वो उतना ही है, so it can be used, it has to be used specifically. Whereas the adjustable wrench, the diameter can vary of the adjustable wrench. The holding diameter of the adjustable wrench can be adjusted, and in that case, adjustable wrench gives you more flexibility and more reliability because it can hold more bolts and more nuts as compared to simple wrench. Okay, so this is a pipe wrench. What is this? Which saw is this? Mariam?
Axa blade.
No, no. This is that's not an axe blade. This is a coping saw. So, what is the difference between a coping saw and a normal saw? See, I'll tell you the difference. Mostly coping saw is used to make fine cuts in metals, whereas normal saws are used to cut wood. Okay, and this saw, coping saw, can also be used to cut plastic pipes, but very finely, where the cut has to be adjusted very finely, where you have to give a lot of details to the finishing of the cut. We use coping saw, and there is another. What is this? Afnan? Mariam. Okay, Mariam, please tell me what is this.
Balancer.
Afnan?
It's a spirit level.
It's a spirit level, it's not a balancer. Balancer is something different. Balancer is something which balances the weight or any other degree of measurement. Whereas a level shows you the level according to the ground, if it is parallel to the ground or it is tilted as compared to the ground. So this is a spirit level, and we have a lot of different levels at our homes. We have mercury levels, we have metal levels, liquid levels, we have water levels as well. So this one is a spirit level. And which one is this? This is also a saw. Which one is this? Okay, this is a chainsaw. ये एक ऐसी आरी होती है जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से चलती है. And why is it called a chainsaw? Because it works on the principle of a motorcycle, where we use chains in order to rotate the saw. Okay. And what about this? ये क्या है? Mariam?
Pliers.
Plier. Fazal.
Correct.
Okay, Fazal ने नहीं बताया. So that's a plier, but that's a lineman's plier. It's not a simple plier, it's a lineman's plier. And what is this? This is also a plier, but this is a diagonal plier. So what is the difference between a lineman's plier and a diagonal plier? See, lineman's plier has three things. The first one is the cutter. This part is used to cut uh, the the wires. This part is used to pull out the cutted part of wire. The part of the wire that you have already cut, you have to pull it out. This is the part that we use, and this part is used to hold and screw wires together. So that is why it is called a lineman's plier. ये electricians जो होते हैं mostly वो लोग use करते हैं, whereas this one is a diagonal plier. All it do is make a diagonal cut. ये सिर्फ एक diagonal cut मारता है. अब इससे आप चाहे वायर को काटो या फिर चाहे किसी शीट को काटो, ये हमेशा एक diagonal cut मारेगा. So that is why it is called a diagonal plier. And which plier is this one? Okay, I'll tell you. This is a slip joint plier. And what is it used for? कौन बताएगा? इसकी शेप से पता लगता है ये किसके लिए इस्तेमाल होगा. Okay, this one is used to pull out nails, which you have already hammered. आपने जो nails या जो की या जो screw आपने लकड़ी में लगा दिए हैं, दीवार में लगा दिए हैं, उनको खींच कर बाहर निकालने के लिए ये plier यूज होता है, slip joint plier. ये यहाँ से round होता है from the edges of the tooth, और इन दोनों के बीच में आप nail को पकड़ते हो, you just pull it, you just bend the plier and the nail comes out. Okay, which one is this one? ये भी plier है, but कौन सा? Afnan?
It's a needle nose plier.
It's a needle nose. Anyone else? Okay, it's a needle nose plier. It's a needle nose plier. So ये किस काम आता है?
I think wires को wind up करने के लिए.
It is a needle nose plier.
Okay, it's a needle nose plier. What is it used for? It is used to wind up wires. Very good. So I think आज इतना ही रखते हैं. We shall continue in the next session. Anyone has any questions? Please let me know. किसी को पूछना है कुछ? Okay, guys, you have been very wonderful today. I'm very happy to see all of you participating in podcast. I'll see you in the next session, and I'm very thankful for everyone to join it. So see you day after tomorrow. No, I'll see you tomorrow because tomorrow we are again going to have a session. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.